Hello. In this presentation, I'd like to tell you a little bit about the growth optimization retainer aspect of our growth optimization engagements. So the question is, once the research and initial brand push are completed, what happens during the retainer phase? Well, by this point, we have completed the strategy, brand, we have launched the website. Now we're ready to continually improve on several aspects around marketing. And the key theme in this phase of the project is that we want to be agile. We want to execute on projects with the highest impact. And this is a little bit of what I'm going to cover in this presentation. The objective of the retainer to begin with, key areas of focus, how do we choose that, examples of retainers. I have 4 cases here. Results that we have achieved. I'll walk you through the team structure and then a recap of the capabilities of Market8. So the objective of the growth optimization retainer is really, we're focused on improving conversions throughout the funnel, from acquisition all the way to activations and renewals and referrals. And the point is, like, all of these things are very important, right? Key thing is, how do you know where to focus first to have the highest impact on the company? And the answer is that first we need to establish a business goal. And second, we need to identify the stage in the funnel that can yield the biggest impact. So the way to do this is that we map the marketing activities that we're going to do to those area of the funnel that will have the highest impact. So this is us, like an example, setting up the business goals by quarter. What is the ARR that needs to be achieved? And we translate that into a number of transactions that need to be closed. SQLs, MQLs, traffic, and monthly traffic target, right? These are quarterly numbers in the first 3 rows there. Then we identify a gap in performance. How is this goal, for example, for Q1 compared to your current performance? So we identify where is the biggest gap, because we can't do everything at the same time. It's just sometimes the goals are very aggressive. Someone has to divide and conquer. So say that we get Market8 to focus on traffic and MQL conversions. Once we decide that, then we'll lay out a plan of tactics. Sometimes it's going to be a combination of things, but the more focused we are, the higher is the impact, of course. And the plan will lay out specific tactics, budgets, and timeframes. Some examples of growth optimization retainer activity in different scenarios. Let me show you. Example 1. Let's say that we want to increase traffic and conversions to MQLs. And the use case is, well, there's just not enough people know about us. We must increase exposure. So in this scenario, we have identified the biggest roadblock for growth is at the top of the funnel. And month 1, because we were talking about traffic and MQL conversions, we had to tackle those 3 things: SEO strategy, SEM audit, and then identify what's going on with MQLs, what's converting right now. Month 2, on the SEO side, we're going to start building optimized pages, launch the content engine first, perhaps focus on the first topic. It's very important to be very focalized in this case. So you just choose and pick our battles. We cannot improve SEO across the board, so it's better to be laser focused on a few things. And SEM, maybe we go and fix existing campaigns and launch 2 new ones with high potential. And then on MQLs, we're testing variations of top performing LPs, landing pages, and then create landing pages to support the campaigns that are being launched. In month 3, maybe we'll launch a backlink program on SEO, optimize existing blog articles, and then do some interlinking in the site to raise domain authority. On the SEM side, we're optimizing and launching new campaigns, and on the MQLs, we're running additional experiments on the top blog articles and maybe create landing pages. At the end of every quarter, we have an assessment of achievements. How did we do towards goals? Are we achieving those? Reestablish budgets, prioritize goals and activities for the following quarter, and then to prepare the annual quarter reports that we can circulate around the leadership of the company. Case 2, let's say we want to increase demo request conversions. Well, the use case here, our demo request page is not converting. So in this scenario, we have probably identified that a good amount of traffic is already getting to the demo request page, but it has very little conversion rate. And this can be due to maybe low quality traffic coming to the page, or the page itself needs improvement. So we have to find out what's the problem first. So there's an analysis phase and then an optimization bucket. Analysis, we're trying to find out really what's going on. We're going to do the demo funnels analysis to know how people is coming to the demo page. Set up conversion tracking. We want to launch specific qualitative research to those people coming to this page. And then on the optimization side, we're going to start listing out some ideas to optimize. So month 2, we had a bucket here called qualified flows. So here we're going to start implementing tactics to send more qualified traffic to the demo page from different places in the in your marketing spectrum there. SEM, maybe we launch campaigns sending people to this page, trying to capture high intent buyers. Then optimization, we're going to start launching A/B tests for that demo page. Month 3, maybe we can look at the top lead nurturing campaign that drives traffic to the demo and see what we can do with the top performing emails there, and or those that are getting opens but no clicks. On the SEM side, maybe we launch a retargeting campaign, so somebody that has visited the page or visited high intent pages on the site, we can bring them back to the site. And then optimization, well, we can do a number of things there, like launch exit intent pop-ups on the demo page. Hey, you're not ready for a demo. How about engaging on a web demo video? Perhaps we can automate the demo process a little bit, produce a mini demo video, or launch alternative SQL offers. Sometimes like the demo is the only SQL offer, but we can offer some additional ones that also signal a high intent. End of the quarter looks the same. We're going to assess performance. Let's see another example. Increase activations for a PLG strategy. So we have a very low free trial to conversion activation conversion. So in this scenario, we had identified that the SaaS company, following a PLG strategy, product-led growth, is getting trial requests, but very, very few of those are turning into paying customers. So what we want to do in month 1 is just understand what is going on the activation process. So there's going to be an empiric study where somebody just walks through the whole process and map out the activation process currently, identify the time to aha moment, and identify roadblocks, right? So set up the funnel tracking, activation funnel analysis, launch polling. I mean, we really want to find out everything that's going on around the activation. Month 2, we're going to start improving the process. So this has two parts. One is work with the product team to implement top improvements and then optimize conversions. Maybe on the trial page, just launch a first A/B test because that's part of the activation. In month 3, we may launch, for example, a knowledge base with the top 2 issues that people are facing when trying to activate or trying to just make use of the trial, right? And then optimize conversions on we can launch a walkthrough guided experience as they open the trial, or launch a help chatbot inside the app. And in the quarter, we're also going to track progress towards goals. Example 4, let's say you want to go after a specific set of enterprise targets in a specific vertical. So the use case is we want to target enterprises within a specific vertical. So let's say automotive or high tech. So in this scenario, there's it has been identified that the current product you have already is uniquely positioned to penetrate a specific vertical. You have a unique advantage there, and that seems like a good decision. So the job is really to increase awareness all the way to SQL conversions for those companies in the target list. So there's a lot of planning here, because it's a full funnel thing. What we want to do here, we want to attract these guys and convert them all the way down to SQL. So we want to understand first what this ideal customer profile attribute looks like. What does a good customer look like? Then to develop a target list. We want to, if we have a buying process mapped out, we want to adapt it. How is different for this particular segment. We have to build a marketing strategy map with, we call this a surround effect. Like how do you create this bubble, or a surround effect across many contacts inside the company, so they can start having some awareness about your firm. So there's a number of things there in the planning mode. I can walk in more detail about those, but in month 2 we start the execution, so we can start producing the top industry specific, the offer hook, something that interests the buyer there. Produce top sales enablement materials, because this is going to be necessary once the lead gets into the sales process. We start preparing for that. Launch the first campaign targeting the main persona, and develop a cold email sequence. Month 3, for example, we can launch the content engine addressing the top concerns in the buying process, do some case studies, develop an onboarding presentation, launch, expand really the campaigns to different platforms, launch retargeting campaigns, so we can really expand on that surround effect, and then maybe launch the cold email sequence together with your business development team, and start developing a nurturing campaign for these leads. Also, we're going to assess performance at the end of the quarter. Some examples of, well, I'll put a couple of examples here for SaaS companies that we have recently worked with. SaaS and tech. This is one of them, Raven 360. Agile Trailblazers also went through a process similar to what, really the growth optimization process there. Other notable clients I have here, you see big names here: Siemens, HubSpot, Greenlight Guru, and then some niche leaders like SEO Clarity. Hype, we work on improving the onboarding process there on one aspect of it, and the interest group. So we structured a team, regarding team, really to work as special forces to support your business objectives, right? And the thing is that, we can help you deliver the growth you need with the speed and quality without, the hassles of hiring. So you can run entirely a marketing department. We can fill in the gaps in your marketing team, or come and tackle a specific problem. So we can assemble a team for your specific need. Like in this case, we have an example of an embedded team there, right? I mean, you have the black ones, we complement with all the white ones, or we can run the whole thing. Growth optimization. Then focus is gonna, as you saw, always on the biggest opportunities, and also the team and the focus may change over time. Like at the beginning, we may be focusing on traffic, because that's where the biggest bottleneck is, then conversions, and then shift the focus to throughput or nurturing or expansion. So we're gonna shift the focus depending on where the biggest business challenge is, and that's important to keep in mind. So the nature, the composition of the team may change over time as well. I have a recap here of the capabilities of Market8. These are like the 5 disciplines we work with. We have audience, analytics, search optimization, conversions, and throughput. So audience, really the growth optimization retainer process can touch on all of this and use and pick and choose like different capabilities from team members to make a program successful. So this is what I have to cover today. And so any questions, you can reach us at www.market8.net or reach out through our info@market8.net email. Thank you.